Hi, my name is Joshelyn, and in this video I'm gonna introducing you the present perfect. The present perfect is basically the past participle in Spanish. The difference here is that in Spanish we add the termination ado, ido, dos, ocho when we conjugate that verb. And the difference of English is that here we are going to change the whole verb. Also, we are going to use the auxiliary verbs, which are have or has. We use have for the subject I, we, you, and they. And we use has for the third person of the singular he, she, and it. Here we have an example of how we can change the whole verb, or what we're gonna conjugate them as the sentences or the time that we're going to work with. For example, on the regular one, we have be as the first one in her infinitive or base form. We have that in the simple past, we change this verb as was or were, and for the past participle, we change them to been. Now for the regular ones, we're just gonna add an ed or just a d, depends of how the verbs ends. For example, the first one is bake. We're just gonna add a d. It doesn't matter if it's simple or past participle. We're just gonna change the same way. And a difference of bake, a boil, it doesn't finish with an e, so we're going to add an ed, and this is how we conjugate them. And for words that ends with an a y, for example, bori, we're gonna change that y for an a, and it ends a-e-d. This is how we're gonna conjugate them. Okay, so now we're going to explain the words that we're gonna use on this time, which are already, yet, signs for, ever, and never. Okay, so we're gonna start, like I said, we're already. Already we use it to express that something has happened sooner than we expect. For example, have you already bought a medical insurance? Yes, I have already bought one. And here we can see the thing that I told you before about the auxiliary verbs have. In the question mood, we are going to put the auxiliary verb first before of the subject, and for answer we're gonna add the subject first and then the auxiliary verb. Next we have yet. We use it in an interrogative and negative sentence. It suggests a time later than expected. For example, we have a negative way. I haven't done my work yet. That means that it's not ready. Okay, so now we have signs. We usually use it with dates when we start to perform certain action. For example, I have loved you since we were 18. That means that we start to love someone else. We start to love somebody at the age of 18, but we don't know when this is gonna end. And now we have for. It's a kind of similar signs, but we use it to indicate a period of time during which an action was performed. In this example we have, she has been my teacher for the last 10 years. That means that it's a period of time, 10 years. For example, the difference here that I found is that in science, we don't know when this is gone to over, and for, it's telling you that it's a limited period of time. It's over now. That's the difference I found here. And ever we use this in interrogative sentence, like have you ever been to the United States? And last but not least, we have never. We use never in affirmative sentence, but with the meaning it's negative. For example, she has never cheated in an exam. Thanks for watching.